Today's video is about what appears to be harassment or trolling by an admin. Obviously, in this case, I don't believe it is, although it could be. And that's the problem. This is the video game Rust from 2013, 2014, and 2015. And it's called Rust Legacy these days. And what you're watching is the game overtly lagging. Lag is when the game you're playing on your local computer loses synchronization with the server you're playing on if you have a lot of other players on it. Or it can also happen on your local computer if what you're doing works on the screen, but let's say the video processor fails to update the game state within the game. Now you may have noticed its default behavior, its go-to behavior during a lag spike is to do something that is, if you're not aware of it, unless you somehow don't agree with this, absolutely fucking infuriating. Now, I'm going to say this really simply. On YouTube, recently they added in a feature where you're allowed to change the font, which absolutely no one asked for at this point. You can inject HTML code at one time, then they disabled it, then they re-enable it. It's them rearranging the furniture on the deck of the Titanic while it sinks. It has nothing to do with any real progress on YouTube because they don't care. Google does not give a shit about fixing problems on YouTube. They give a shit about having power and control and having a strangulating effect on anybody or anything that wants to do what it was originally for, which is for you to broadcast yourself. But one of the things about this font change is as long as you're using the browser produced by the same company, yes, that's monopolistic behavior right out of the playbook for Microsoft Corporation, everything works fine. But if you use Firefox, and it doesn't matter if it's an old or new version, I've tested it, it will absolutely remove all the carriage return and line feeds. So when you hit enter, it refuses to acknowledge it. Now, A, that's a purely technical problem, or B, there's literally no technical reason for it. Unless you're an absolute idiot, you already know there is no technical reason for it because it's never done that before. This is a new behavior they added in, they know is making people just absolutely furious with them. You type in a set of links or just sentences, and it removes all of it so it looks like a run-on sentence where you didn't hit enter. And that is a problem between Windows and Macintosh and Linux systems that infuriates people, that makes people absolutely pull their hair out. It is a well-documented thing for over 20 years that it is one of the most infuriating things you can do. It's pure trolling. There is no excuse for it. And one of the first go-to checks is, did I just do something that'll make people want to hunt me down and beat me with a rubber bat? If the answer is yes, don't do that. Now we're going to go back to the screen we're looking at. That's a text example I gave you on YouTube in the description area. This, as you watched, I have not hit a single key on my keyboard. It keeps lag spiking. Now that wouldn't be a problem as much because I'd have to just hold still like this and just hit the button to place this box, which is what I'm trying to do. Instead of doing, quote, the default don't piss people off mode, where if there's a lag spike, you just have them stay standing, like this. It does, instead, the other thing, where it makes me duck down. Now, right now it doesn't appear to be lag spiking. I'm going to hit the control key on my keyboard and squat down. Now let's see what happens during the lag spike now. Waiting for the lag spike. And no, it's not stuck with a key hit I made 10 minutes ago of me squatting down. If I Slav squat, let's just say it, does this lag spike mess with me? So let's go back up and see if it immediately lag spikes. And I go down. Is this a solution? Kinda. Let's try walking forward and see what happens. You notice it just jumped me back a little bit. I'm still pressing forward, not backwards. Okay, back. Now, someone out there is going to immediately say, actually, shut up. just literally shut up, okay? Now, I'm not going to move. I'm in squat mode, Slav squatting. I'm going to go backwards one notch, see if I can get this lined up to where it stops doing it. I'm going to tap one key that should, you can't place that here. Again, by the way, I'll just get rid of that on the screen here, if it actually does it. This behavior looks like someone picking on me. This behavior is 100% unproductive and would aggravate anybody. This behavior that the web server for the game is causing, because it's only this server, is absolutely not okay. But more importantly, it looks like you're being picked on. It looks like somebody did this as a punitive behavior. Okay? So that's why, under these conditions, I would say, yeah, because it walks, quacks, and looks like a duck or whatever, that's bad. Now, what it's doing is, as you can see, it's going up and down. It's assuming I'm placing it up there when I'm actually placing it lower. The only way I can get this to set correctly is if I back up a couple of notches, wait for it to refresh and push me forward again, and now I should be able to tap the button and have it set. I have to wait until... There. Finally did it. So, why am I making this video? This is a cautionary tale. Yes, this is a video game that's 10 years old, and yada, yada, yada. Yes, I know, the actuallys are going to show up. This was a behavior problem in the game when it was built and was 2 years old and a mature product. This is the default behavior when someone else makes a mistake or the server makes a mistake. It puts you into Slav squat and bounce up and down mode. That's infuriating. If it just made it to where I was standing and did nothing else, even though it would aggravate me because when I walk forward it would throw me backwards a couple of feet every time it does this. Unless I get the timing right, which was amazing. I actually, oh, there we go. Just pop me over to the left. If all it did was make me go forward and back or whatever to where I was rewound, rubber banding as it's sometimes called, that would be aggravating, but it wouldn't be massively, like, rage-inducingly bad. I can still kind of navigate during this trying time on the server where it keeps doing something that, on the face of it, looks like an admin just coming along and just bopping you on the head with a hammer. It should have a cartoonish boink noise during this. I mean, really. Let's see if I can throw my stuff in the garbage box here. I call it the garbage box because it's the first box I put in a base. And yeah, this is yet another base I've put into a barn. I think it's wiped day on this server too. If you write a piece of software that has a default behavior that will make people hate you and fantasize about you being in a car crash, don't fucking do that behavior. I don't give a shit if it's a mistake. It's only a mistake if you refuse to fucking correct it or start over and get rid of the problem. Fix the problem or you like the problem. Okay? Anyway, I finished building this. There's a Zerg base right out that window. You can't see it right now. So, yeah, I'm going to get raided, and I know that. That wasn't a problem. This shit is. This is the kind of thing that makes you want to just, you just hate on people. And this is a problem that was put in 10 years ago that wasn't fixed for 2 years, because this is the 2-year-old version of the same process of programs that does the same thing. If you have default behaviors that make it look like you're trying to make people hate you, you deserve to be hated. You deserve to be hated. Fix the problems. I don't care if it destroys the product. If you can't make a product without making things aggravating for people, stop writing software. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. And I wish everyone a great deal of luck with that, because I'm going to need it on this server. I'll be lucky if any goddamn thing works.